Well, a very good morning to you from wherever you're watching. My name is Evan Sokinyi and you're watching The Candid Talk. Now joining me to dissect and understand Kenyan politics is none other than the most sought after political analyst in the country, Professor Herman Manyora. Prof, how are you?
Fine. These accolades are too many. If I was Samzunga, I would blush. Please cut them down. And Richard is the one who is...
But
yes.
Prof, you're definitely one of the best around here.
Okay, let's go on.
Yes, Prof.
Yes.
It's quite cold.
It's cold, yeah.
How do you feel?
It's cold, yeah. It's cold, but young people like us are okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, Prof.
Yeah.
Well, today I want us to travel all the way to the Kisii Highlands down there.
Yes.
And discuss matters pertaining to Kisii County gubernatorial race.
Yes.
Prof, before we begin, I've seen a number of very abrasive leaders whom we would perhaps want to be in the parliament, go for the gubernatorial position,
Yes.
which is seen as perhaps more of a managerial kind of post.
Yes.
Guys like Simba Arati, yes. James Orengo, yes. and so many others. What's your take on some of this?
Well, people feel they can deliver more from that position. Sometimes the truth, however, is that most people see resources there and they think they want to be in control of the resources. Mm-hmm. I'll go with the latter, that you want to be in control of the resources. And that's what politics is about, to be in a position of power from where you can control resources. So I wouldn't blame them anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, it's okay?
I'm not saying it's okay, because some people, we need them. I needed Orengo. I've talked to him. I talked to him personally. Mm-hmm. I told him to reconsider this idea going for governorship.
Yeah.
But he has his own reasons. I thought we needed him more as a voice of reason in Senate, and when Raila takes over power, he will be top in the Raila's administration. Something you can't do. You can't stop being governor to go and become a minister, but you can leave senator position to become minister. But you know, they have discussed with Baba and the rest of the people. Yes. I think they have good reasons.
Yeah, definitely.
And I wish him the very best of luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, there are definitely some of these brains that we're going to miss in parliament. People like Gladys Wanga,
yes, yes.
Susan Kihika.
Yes.
Very abrasive and very brilliant debaters.
And it's not just, I was talking about Yvonne Okwara, and I said, look here, this is a very bright lady. Mm-hmm. Then tomorrow, Taskia Mepatu administration. Mm-hmm. But in the US and other places, you can be a journalist on the beat. You can be a journalist, you can be a reporter. Mm-hmm. Yeah? Like these tough guys in CNN. Mm-hmm. And yet you have been recognized fully. You don't need to get an office. Mm-hmm. We've made these mistakes. We have very good teachers. We make them principals so that they feel now they are promoted. Mm-hmm. You should be a teacher in the classroom and get all the promotion you can get. Mm-hmm. You don't need to go to Jogo House to become a director of education. No. You can be a principal and still feel recognized. We need to have structures of recognition and awards, and then salary increments and job groups. So the same with this thing of parliament. Everybody thinks they must go to parliament. No, you should contribute from your place. If you are a good scientist, why do you want to go to parliament? We should recognize our scientists. We should recognize our teachers. We should recognize our nurses. So that where they are, they feel recognized. Society appreciates them. But here is like everybody must go to parliament. Even if you are very, very key scientist, nobody knows you until you go. That's a key sportsman. You want to go to parliament. No, we shall recognize you as a sportsman or sportswoman. Mm-hmm. And now, the other disease has now caught up with them. You are nothing until you become a governor. So that is, I think we are going the wrong direction.
Yeah, I think basically we need to discuss this at large as members of this country, because you see a number of even professors going all the way to the parliament and leaving students.
And they look even useless when they're there. They look out of place.
It's okay, Prof. So we've seen the two-term member of Dagoretti North, actually, parliament, Simba Arati, going down there, back home.
Yes.
To tussle the political veterans down there, people like Professor Sam Ongeri, Chris Obure, Ezekiel Machogu. Yes. These are veterans who've been in the field. Yeah, these are established names and brands who've been in the field, I don't know for how many years.
For ages.
What do you think is pushing this young man to brace against the old?
Simba Arati is abrasive and is ambitious. Mm-hmm. And is pursuing his ambition. I've said there's nothing wrong with pursuing your ambition.
Yes.
So it's very ambitious. Mm-hmm. Except he's harassing the old men there. They can't match his speed. Mm-hmm. You see? It's too fast for them. Okay. And they are not liking it. Mm-hmm. All of them, including the outgoing governor, Ngwai and everybody, they are not happy with his style of politics, which is typical of young people. Abrasive, full of energy and vigor. Yeah, so
So are you suggesting that this could perhaps give him some sort of an upper hand over the old man?
I'll be very surprised if anybody beats Simba Arati. I'll be extremely surprised. But politics is full of surprises, even miracles. But on the face of it, just looking at it plainly, nobody there is the match of Simba Arati. If the Wazes had known this and agreed to back one of their own, although it's now too late, perhaps, only then perhaps, could they beat the combination of Momoima and Simba Arati.
So under what circumstances is Simba Arati winning? Because for me,
Yes.
I don't see that taking place.
Right.
Because a number of things are taking place down there. One, Simba Arati is vying against Ezekiel Machogu. And Ezekiel Machogu is definitely vying under UDM.
Yes.
Simba Arati on ODM.
Yes.
And in Kisii, a number of factors definitely influence or rather determine who wins.
Yes.
Then the others definitely. Then when you look at the other person whom is vying against, Chris Obure is in Jubilee. Jubilee is part of the Azimio coalition.
And
Professor Sam Ongeri is also vying under DAP Kenya,
yes.
which is also in the Azimio. So
yeah.
all these factors combined,
Yes.
do you see any chances of Simba Arati?
You see what is happening from my reading of the situation. People also look at who has a chance. The Azimio fraternity, when they were telling these people to sit down and agree on one, it was obvious that in Kisii they would leave for Simba Arati. He was way ahead of Kenongeri, way ahead of this my friend Chris Obure, the man from Ovasi. You know, they know it. They know he's ahead of them. And the voter is likely to vote with that in mind. So much as Machogu is from the same place with Simba Arati, the people in that constituency, unless they are basing themselves on the UDA Azimio divide, they are likely to ignore Machogu and vote for Simba Arati, who has better chances outside the constituency. They also know, no, if we want to have governor from this place, we will be wasting our votes on Machogu. So let us give Simba Arati, who has a chance, a competitive chance against the rest outside our home. So home here, if we divide, let's give one person. Aenda ongeze kule, other places of Kisii. And for that reason, I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that Simba Arati has no equal in Kisii. No. So I'm not seeing it.
He is up to the task and he can give the old men.
The old men are panting and huffing behind him. Wanakimbia wanatoka jasho. Wawezi, wanaenda na mikongojo. Wawezi. Na bakora. Wawezi huyu kijana ni hatari sana. And is well organized. That is a mobilizer par excellence.
No, Prof, don't you think, okay, there is some of the people down there who are saying that perhaps the ground is slowly becoming slippery for Simba Arati. One is heavily affiliated with the young people. Yes. And it's saying that, okay, they're arguing that he's not actually endearing himself to the old people.
Yes.
So could this perhaps work against him?
There's always that problem of when you get excited about the young people. On the voting day, they don't quite turn up and you could pay for it.
Yes.
There's that possibility. That's the only challenge Simba Arati has. But he's way ahead of these people. Nobody's Simba Arati is equal in Kisii. For now. As far as that city, but I know how angry these Wazes are. All of them, they are not happy with him. And that makes Simba Arati more of a darling to the people. You see? And then also don't rule out that ODM is the face of Azimio. The Kisis have a very clear patterns of voting. Sometimes then they have not even given ODM even one MP in the larger Omungusi country. Mira and Kisii, none.
Yeah, even if you look at the last.
Yes, last so I know that.
Yeah.
But even with that, ODM is the senior partner in Azimio. And this is likely to reflect on the voting patterns within Kisii. And that adds something on Simba Arati again. Because again, let me tell you this. The voter is not as ignorant as some people want to think. The voter in Kisii County can see clearly that these other people have no chance of becoming governor. So these people like Ongeri will get their core support. You know, diehard supporters will vote for them. Machogu and the rest. But the voter in general is likely to see their voters getting wasted on them. And I think Simba Arati, to me, I could be wrong because I don't come from Kisii. And I've not been very keen on county politics across the country. But from what I know, I don't see Simba Arati having serious competition. Unless hawa wazee wangekubaliana. Machogu, Ongeri, Bure. They agree on one. But I know how politics in Kisii works along clans and constituencies.
Definitely.
Especially clans. And I talked to Momoima, Richard Onyonka, and I told him, does it favor, he's in the same camp. So don't just think it is Simba Arati versus the rest in terms of clans. It is also Momoima, Onyonka, is also coming with the mathematics also. He's young, both of them are young. They know the people supporting Arati to support through Onyonka. They know after Arati, Onyonka will still be young enough to become governor. And therefore they will support Simba Arati. I know.
Now, Prof, do you believe that the incumbent governor has got any influence on whoever wins that election?
Certainly.
Now, if that is the case, Simba Arati definitely lacks the support of James Ongwae.
I said it.
Went out there criticizing him.
I said it. I said it. I said this was there when Achukia, our pain Simba Arati. I said even Ongwae. I know it.
So could this affect him?
Yes, certainly. Certainly it will affect you. But to the extent that it doesn't go deep enough to derail his bid, I doubt that it matters a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that. Another thing that I'm seeing here is that there is some sort of division. I don't know if I may call it division, but there is that kind of disagreement between the Kisii County woman rep, whom Simba Arati is with in the same party, that is ODM. The lady is defending that seat on an ODM ticket. Same to Simba Arati vying on an ODM ticket, but then the two are not on the same terms.
Yes.
They are not reading from the same script.
Yes.
And in fact, Simba Arati has decided to support another lady.
Yes.
Donya Tutu is vying on a Wiper party ticket.
Yes, within Azimio.
Within Azimio.
Yes.
So you get that.
Janet Ongera is a very powerful woman.
Yes.
Opinionated, assertive. You may not very easily control her. So if as Aratis are equally assertive, the two of them could not be in the same kraal. Yeah. That is a tough woman. Janet is not as... she's no pushover. She's as assertive as some of these ladies who are very assertive. And therefore, Simba Arati could have easily differed with her on not on anything serious, on just being assertive. Remember, she also wanted that seat. She had to pull back.
Yeah, these people actually, what prompted the disagreement is that these people need to do some sort of regional balancing between those clans. And then Simba Arati felt like Janet Ongera should not be given that because I think that is what happened.
Yeah, things of that nature. But we wish them the best. We wish Janet, I like her. I would really hate to see her lose the seat. I have a lot of respect for my friend Chris Obure. I have a lot of respect for Professor Ongeri. People like Machogu have served this country diligently, I should add, in very senior positions, administration. They are all good people. May the best person win and become the Kisii governor. But it's unfortunate for these others because I think Simba Arati will take this thing at 10 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, it's all this, Prof.
Yes.
Dr. Fred Matiang'i is seen as perhaps the de facto Kisii kingpin, cutting across Kisii, Nyamira, all the goods is running behind him.
Yes.
Could he perhaps influence or perhaps determine whoever he will support in this kind of race? Would that person perhaps have an upper hand over the others?
It would be possible that if Matiang'i was supporting you, you could have some benefits. But remember, Matiang'i is playing at the national level. And if Matiang'i is going to do those things that will affect Raila's votes, I'm sure he's intelligent enough to keep off local politics and concentrate on having a conversation with the Abagusi people to support Raila Odinga in their good numbers. That could be highly compromised if you took sides in this lower level gubernatorial, parliamentary, and so on and so forth. So I'm sure Matiang'i, in his wisdom, will make the right decision. And I doubt that that right decision will include backing Arati or Ongeri, it will be counterproductive.
Well, Prof,
Yes.
talking of Professor Sam Ongeri,
Yeah.
at 84 years of age,
Yes.
do you think it was a miscalculation for him to vie for the gubernatorial position while he could easily clinch the senatorial seat?
I think it would have been easier for him to go for the Senate.
Yes.
Even in terms of stress levels, in terms of the pressure of work, the senator is the better place for him. So to me, that was not a very good move. But again, we thought Anyang' Nyong'o had made the same mistake. But when he became governor, he did a good job and is going to win again, do a good job. So Ongeri could win and do a good job. Ongeri is a very strong person. 84 is nothing. Ongeri is a young boy. So I don't see age. Age does not come in, except surely on the balance of things. It is easier to manage Senate duties than to manage gubernatorial duties. He would, and the Senate requires voices like Sam Ongeri. So to me, it's okay. We wish him the best, although Senate would have been the best place for him. Yes.
Chris Obure, being a veteran as he is,
Yes.
does he perhaps have any chance of perhaps interfering with the calculations of these people?
He can, because of his place where he comes from, the Babasi people and the clan, the Babasi clan, and a few of those things. He can have influence, but he cannot beat Simba Arati. So if I had been him, I would have worked with the ODM secretariat, with Azimio. To me, someone like Chris Obure fits very well at the top with Raila Odinga there, running a national campaign for Azimio. You see, and certainly with the experience he has, age notwithstanding, he will be able to fit in the government somewhere. But when you go down there, you get lost. When people look around, you are nowhere to be seen. Then you emerge after losing. You expect them to give you something. No. They can give you a small parastatal thing. But if he fits squarely, because he's a very powerful politician, well connected, eloquent, he would fit very naturally in the national campaign for Raila Odinga, and then be part of government. That's where Chris would have. If he sought my advice, I would have told him as much.
Opinion polls put Simba Arati ahead.
Yes.
And these people are saying actually it's now a race between Simba Arati and Ezekiel Machogu.
Yes.
One from ODM, Azimio, and the other one from UDA.
Yes.
Do you think, but then some people are also saying that Ezekiel Machogu is slowly gaining ground.
Yes.
Do you think that UDA could perhaps give these people a good run for their money and clinch the Kisii gubernatorial seat?
The ODM, the UDA in larger Kisii region will be lucky to get to 30% of the vote for William Ruto. So if you are their candidate and the UDA has a strength of a maximum of 30% in Kisii County, for example, it will be stretching imagination too far to imagine that on top of the 30% that Ruto will get, you can add another, say, 50%, 20% or 15% to win. It will be a little tricky. So I don't see UDA. Machogu is a good person. He has served this country, but perhaps he'll need to look for another job because this one belongs to Simba Arati.
So for you, Simba Arati is winning?
He's not winning. Simba Arati is the governor of Kisii.
Okay, Prof, thank you so much. I think that is a very good point to canvas, perhaps end this conversation. But please, we are still requesting that you subscribe to our channel and hit that button so that we may be able to update you and inform you of everything that is taking place in this country. Prof, right now we are at 96,000. We are only shy of 4,000.
4,000. And we're asking people who have subscribed, ask others to subscribe. You know, surprising.
Yes.
Many of the people who view our videos have not subscribed. You can have a video that goes up to 60,000. You know, YouTube has those statistics. That out of the 60,000 people who have viewed this video, only 15 are among your subscribers. Meaning a whole 35,000 have not subscribed. There are people who think, somebody was asking me, and I think I mentioned it, it's a professor, senior professor, how much do I need to pay? You pay nothing, it's just you subscribe. What it means is that video, the moment we produce, we release it, immediately YouTube, it goes on YouTube, click, it comes to you. So you see it as the first people to see it. That's what it means to you. No money, no nothing. For us, we take the pride that we have many subscribers, and when we hit 1,000, we get that silver button and we celebrate. That's all.
Definitely, we are just shy of that by 4,000. Kindly help us subscribe so that we may reach 100,000 subscribers. And please don't forget to tune in to our next programs here. Different shows coming up with my guy Richard Mwenje coming up with Siasa Brigade tonight. We also have Jadel Kabiro live, a number of shows coming up. We also have one of our own, Simon Irung, with the big question. And on the streets, we have Kennedy, who is one of our own here, seeking public opinion and bringing to you all that is taking place in this country at this particular moment. Otherwise, thank you for now. Until next time, I've been your host. My name is Evans Okinyi, and you've been watching The Candid Talk.